What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. On September 1st, LEGO just unveiled their new LEGO set releasing on October 1st, being the Gingerbread AT-AT Walker. And today I'm going in depth to all the piece count, the figures, and much more that you'll need to know if you're purchasing this on October 1st. So again, this set releases on October 1st and retails for $60 and has 697 pieces with one minifig. So here is what the box art looks like, and immediately my first thought when looking at this is that it's extremely small, and I mean, it is still price per piece point is actually really good, being almost 700 pieces for $60, and also comes with a minifigure as well. But again, I cannot just like skip over the fact it does look a little bit small. It might just be in the box, because in some of the lifestyle images it looks a little bit bigger. Here when it's a little closer, you can see how small it is. It doesn't really look that big, but the price per piece is kind of throwing me off, but still pretty cool for $60. It was leaked to actually be $80, but that's actually the first time I think we've seen a price decrease in any leaked prices to the actual unveiling of the set. So hopefully LEGO doesn't make it $80 again, because that would suck and it wouldn't really be the greatest deal ever. But as far as the actual build goes, it looks really nice. I mean, it is basically just a recolored AT-AT, but it is sort of a smaller build, so it's not just like a 2019 playset. It's actually a completely new, fresh build, and it does again seem really small, especially in the cockpit. Here it has some Christmas lights hung up, which I think is actually really nice. As far as the actual like colors and placements for everything, I think is actually really nice. It even has bows on the end of its feet, as well as two candy canes for the cannons and the head of the AT-AT Walker. And we also get Vader with a lightsaber, a cookie, as well as a candy cane. So he has all three accessories, so that's actually pretty good. And also go more in depth to the figure, showing the new cape piece, as well as some of the other accessories and printing on the figure. So overall, this is a pretty cool AT-AT. The feet do seem to be adjustable. The entire arm, I guess, or leg of the AT-AT do seem to be adjustable. Here's in a different position than what it shows in the box art and some of the other lifestyle images. Here's a better image of the cape there. It shows a little bit in better accuracy, but I'll probably go in depth a little bit more. So it does let you fully remove this side of the AT-AT Walker, and you can see inside, which is actually really cool, because it has sort of like a Christmas scene in there with a chair, a fireplace, a wreath, and a rug. So it is sort of like a little Christmas nook in there, which I think is pretty nice. It doesn't really give you a full image of what's inside, so there could still be a couple hidden details that I didn't see before, but still really nice build. $60 is definitely a steal. If you're wondering what the first leaked image of the Gingerbread Vader looks like, here it is. Nothing really changed. It still has the exact same leg printing as well as the arm printing, which I guess there isn't really any arm printing, but I'm also curious to see what is under the mask, if it's just the same Vader or if it's a different one. And I'll actually pull up the older Vader, or the normal one, not the gingerbread one, and show it in comparison to this, because I was originally thinking it was just a recoloration, but there's actually a lot of differences. And especially in the legs, you can actually see there is a lot of different printing, and there is no arm printing, which I feel like that is a little bit of cutting corners there, but still, I think it still is a pretty good figure. Sadly, again, no arm printing. But besides that, the torso print seems to be the exact same. It's mainly just the minimalized legs, as well as no arm printing, and it seems to just be a different color of the helmet, and it should have the exact same red lightsaber. So here is a little bit of a closer look at the Gingerbread Vader's cape here. Looks a lot better than I would initially anticipating, at least on LEGO.com. Feels actually like a pretty nice figure overall. Obviously, it's not really based on anything, so they can't mess it up too bad. But here is the regular Vader cape, which is most likely going to be the material of this cape. But it also could maybe be a Jedi, more of a Jedi robes cape, because there are two different types of capes that LEGO has made around the same time, both before and after. So I'm assuming it will be the regular Vader cape. Overall, they didn't do the best with this figure, definitely missing some arm printing, but honestly, besides that, it's a really awesome figure. So if this doesn't receive a price change, I'm most likely going to get this on October October 1st. It's probably not the best AT-AT we've seen, but at least for a gingerbread AT-AT, it seems pretty good. The one thing I would change is probably the size of it. I feel like they could have made it maybe a little bit bigger for the amount of piece count that it has, but most likely not. But still, maybe $100 would have been greater and just had a bigger gingerbread AT-AT, but I feel like that's maybe a little bit too much of a gamble for LEGO. But still, I feel like it's a pretty good gingerbread AT-AT. Hopefully someone will post a review whenever LEGO allows them to, and we can see a little bit better of an interior is the main thing that we don't really get to see too much in this set. But still, really like this. Most likely I'm going to purchase this on the 1st. That is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing rest of your day, and see you all in the next one.